Hello there everybody and welcome to what is my 4K Blu-ray movie collection for early 2022. I did one of these when I first started and well... iffy. I thought it was just going to be a bit of a cash grab. I thought... This won't be that long compared to like the hour-long videos that I have seen here on YouTube. Because I only really have a modest movie collection. I'm not like looking to have like the biggest, grandest movie collection. I just want the films that I personally love and I can go back to over and over and over. It's gonna be a nice, chill video. So get yourself a nice drink and let's get to the movies. That probably won't go very well. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slip one like this and give me little general thoughts and opinion on the movie itself. Just first off, I've got the 4-film Batman collection from 1989 to 1997. We've got Batman 1989, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. I decided to pick it up on Blu-ray because I heard that the 4K versions had a weird tint to them. I avoided and just got the Blu-ray. They look pretty good. But however, I have seen actually the 4K versions on YouTube and I think they look amazing. So I've got Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw here on 4K. I haven't actually even seen this yet. I got it probably a good few months back now, to be honest, on 4K. Really, I really don't like Fast and Furious, hardly. I've actually seen the first one since then. I've not seen any. If you've seen it, let us know if it is any good. As I picked it up because it was on the cheap, like a tenner. I've got Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 2. Part 1's in there somewhere. But I haven't actually seen Part 2 yet. I've seen Part 1. Because I do like, after Batman vs Superman, I really like, that is my favourite interpretation of Batman. The big brooding version of Batman. Really enjoyed it. So I did pick these up. I haven't seen Part 2. I've seen Part 1. I did like it. Mad Max Fury Road on 4K looks incredible on 4K. HDR, them explosions and everything just pop off of your screen. It looks fantastic. Great film. Bit disappointing we don't actually get that much Mad Max because I enjoyed Tom Hardy in this film. But Charlize Theron as Furiosa is really good and we're getting a Furiosa film. Roadhouse DVD. Bit manky, but absolutely love this film. I have got a review of this film in a Friday Favourite, which is a series I've done. I'll put it up here. But amazing 80s action movie. Patrick Swayze, fantastic in this film. I thought he'd be bigger, but he does an amazing job here as the toughest cooler in the biz. Make sure you check this one out if you've not seen it. Tenet 4K and a little HMV first edition exclusive they're called. It's alright, you get a little booklet of the film behind the scenes. A lot of people weren't a fan of this film. Me personally, I did really enjoy it, even though I don't know what the hell is going on. Got a rough idea, but visuals, just a huge spectacle of a film, and it is really quite interesting. I've seen it twice and I do want to go and take a look back. Again, 4K looks incredible. The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers on Blu-ray. Love this film. I'm not a huge fan of horrors. This draws a fine line between horror and psychological thriller, which I do love. Willem Dafoe, unbelievable. Can't believe he didn't even get nominated for an Oscar for this film, but after watching this, it made us believe in Robert Pattinson as the Batman. Real creepy vibe all the way throughout this film. Weird imagery. The music's just haunting. Fantastic film. The Revenant 4K as well. I actually haven't seen this on 4K yet, but I imagine it looks really good. Obviously the film that got Leonardo DiCaprio his Oscar. Should he have? I don't really think so. I think he just got it because it was a bit overdue, but cool film. Certainly glad I wasn't born in that period of time. Good film, and a one hopefully I'll probably take the time to check out soon. The Goonies 4K, another one I actually haven't seen on 4K yet. I haven't had it that long and I am intending on watching it soon. Hopefully I can get round to doing that. but I loved this film growing up. Obviously, fantastic movie from Steven Spielberg. I think some people don't actually not like it, but not a huge fan. I love it. Bit of truffle shuffle and that, you know, great film. I will definitely pop it on soon. Knives Out 4K, another HMV first edition, collector edition. It's nothing fantastic really, to be honest, but I did enjoy the movie, so that's why I did get this edition. Great crime mystery film that I didn't see coming anyway. I mean, when you think about it, it was quite obvious, but many twists and turns and a fun little watch. Toy Story 4, absolutely incredible, to be quite honest with you. I was very iffy on this film coming out. I thought it was just another little cash grab from Disney, because Toy Story I loved as a kid, so I was very skeptical on this, but I laughed all throughout the cinema, and so did everybody else. Forky is a nice little welcome addition. The only thing I didn't really like is how Buzz and Woody separated, but there you have it. Really fun animation, and I've seen multiple times and will be popping on again. Wanderlust Blu-ray starring Paul Rudd, Jennifer Aniston. This is a really fun watch. Picked it up because I think it was £1 from CEX, and I'm really glad I did. It's a fun little watch. Funny quite a lot of the way through. Loads of funny scenes. Even if you don't check out the film, put in on YouTube Paul Rudd mirror scene will come from this film, and that's probably enough for you to go and check the film out. No Time to Die, James Bond. I love the film, but this collector gift set is really a huge letdown. I do have an unboxing of this, which I'll put up here, and you can clearly see I was very disappointed. The coolest thing about this is the little keyring that you get, and even then, it's not too great. I think quite a lot of people don't actually like this, but me personally, I did enjoy it. There we have it, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 1. Yeah, as I said, I did really like it, and I'm yet to watch Part 2. Aquaman 2 Blu-ray. It's an absolute fantastic cast, and honestly I did really like the second one. Is it as funny as the first one? I don't know, but there's a lot of funny moments in here. For me, Steve Carell steals the show. And I really enjoy Ron Burgundy blind scene.
I like to drink half a bottle of ketchup, thinking it was a bottle of 1946 Chateau Neuf de Pape. I even decanted it.
If you drank half a bottle of that, that's like 9 or 10 gulps. I mean, you couldn't tell that was ketchup?
Did I stutter? I'm alive!
Spider-Man Homecoming 4K. I've seen this in the cinema, but I did buy the 4K along with Far From Home because of obviously No Way Home coming out. They are really fun watches and fun versions of Spider-Man that I'll pop in again soon. Spider-Man Far From Home 4K. It was alright. I mean, it was very disappointing with Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Jake Gyllenhaal, fantastic actor, and I really think they could have just tried to do something a little bit more interesting for him, because the film's good, but just a little bit of a letdown. Zack Snyder's Justice League 4K Steelbook. Love this film. It's 4 hours long. That's right, 4 hours. I've seen it 2 or 3 times, I think. Love this film, so glad it had came out. We don't speak about the other one, but what other one? But this surely has to be the Justice League version. Nobody talks about that other one. Give us Part 2. Home Alone 4K, incredible. On 4K it looks amazing. I didn't really know if it was going to look that good on 4K, but prove me wrong. Well worth it. Obviously with Christmas colours, obviously being incredibly colourful with the reds, the greens, all just popping amazing. Just, what else can I say on Home Alone? Absolute classic. The Way Back. This is a nice, lovely little film. Another one with Steve Carell. Plays a little bit of a baddie in this film, and he does it quite well. He is a good actor. But if you want a nice little heartwarming story, this is a one to definitely check out. American Psycho. amazing. In 4K as well, because you just need to, obviously. Christian Bale is just fantastic as Patrick Bateman. I genuinely can't really think or want anybody else to have been in this role. He does amazing. Got a review of this film, so I will put it up there. Go and check that out for my thoughts on it, but I love it. Grown Ups still has the sticker, 50 pence. Not a great film, but definitely worth 50 pence. It's a fun little movie to pop on if you're bored and just want something to watch. Star Wars The Force Awakens on 4K. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I did really enjoy this in the cinema. I don't know why, as I say, I'm not huge on the Star Wars world, but this one, you didn't have to know everything per se from the other films. It was just amazing to look at. Amazing world builder, and it's just such a shame about the other two. Right, The Nice Guys Blu-ray. This is underrated to a criminal level. If you haven't seen this film, you need to go and watch it. If out of any of these films you take one to watch this one. That's what I'll say. Jingle All the Way, absolute Christmas classic. I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people don't like it. I love it. Arnold Schwarzenegger, incredible. Does comedy really, really well. And yeah, it's just a fun, quite heartwarming story, but very cheesy, but classic for every single year. House with a Clock on Its Walls 4K. I got this really for my girlfriend, and yeah, we haven't really watched it. I did like it in the cinema. Jack Black, you know, he's absolutely brilliant. I guess it is a fun little film, but I haven't seen it since it first came out, which I think a couple of years back now, really. But I think maybe Halloween I will pop this on, so it wasn't a waste. And I've heard it looks pretty good on 4K. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is another first edition from HMV, and it's one of the better ones. You get a little Mad magazine in here, and you get a poster of Leonardo DiCaprio's character from that James Bond knockoff. And you get, obviously, the 4K, the Blu-ray, and you get this little blue vinyl thing there. And yeah. Out of the first editions, it is definitely one of the better ones. Really go wrong with Quentin Tarantino these days. And of course, this is one of his last films. Not a lot of action, not a lot really happens in the film, but I just love the setting. It's all done so amazing. It just takes you back to the 60s. For all it's nearly 3 hours, it is an incredibly easy watch. Oh, drink time. Okay, 1917, yet another HMV first edition. Again, it's alright. All you really get is this little nice hard case with some pictures and everything throughout the film and behind the scenes, and of course the 4K Blu-ray. Amazing war film. I actually haven't even watched it since I've bought it on the 4K. It was a really good film, and I no doubt will get round to it again. And I will very much enjoy it. And as well, I'm pretty sure it looks fantastic on 4K. Brilliant shots, cinematography amazing in the cinema. Another quite underrated film, Ryan Gosling, absolutely brilliant. Another one to definitely check out if you haven't seen it. Ready Player One, 4K, interesting video game movie, but it's quite scary to think this is what the world could be in the not so distant future. Avengers Infinity War 4K. All the Avengers coming together yet again to beat the foe Thanos. And I love Josh Brolin as Thanos, and I like the villain because you can actually, you don't agree with him, but you can kind of get where he's coming from. And I do like this film because the villain actually wins in the end. And of course the follow-up to that, because if you watch that one you basically have to put this on, Avengers Endgame. This was a fantastic ending to the saga, and you kind of question, can they really top it? Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee, amazing film. Again, another first edition. Yes, I like first editions. Just another one that I do have a review for, which again I'll put in the usual. But I love Bruce Lee. This was an absolute must when it came out. I wanted to go on a binge again of his films. Fantastic. John Wick 1 to 3. Possibly, in my humble opinion, possibly, at least of the past decade or so, the best action trilogy for damn sure. Yes, 3 was a little bit disappointing. Phenomenal action, crazy action, but the story just came a little bit too convoluted for me, too much going on. Hopefully number 4 just reins it in a little bit and doesn't become so complicated. I think probably Keanu Reeves was actually born on Earth to be John Wick. He just does a fantastic job, and the one is an amazing action trilogy. Last Action Hero 4K. One, you can't imagine anybody but Arnold in this role. Great, great film. The Incredibles 2. I really enjoyed this film on a revisit. I went to the cinema, I wasn't huge on it. After watching it a while after it had came out, and I did obviously buy it on 4K, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't like the villain, but the animation, Pixar, you know, they've got a couple of bad, but for the most part, you know, Pixar is just phenomenal. Now, another really underrated animation, I think. And I get it, you know, I was also skeptical on this film, The Grinch, because I loved the Jim Carrey version. But I remember in the cinema, I sat and this just flew over so quickly. I absolutely loved it. And every Christmas I watched this film, maybe even twice. The animation on the 4K is absolutely beautiful. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle and The Next Level. Just very quickly, I'm not a huge fan of these, to be quite honest with you. I got them just to see what it looked like on 4K. Yeah, sure, it looks alright. It's kind of just your typical Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart movie really at the minute. But Jack Black, I did love in this film. Again, just pretty quickly, Hotel Transylvania 1, 2 and 3. Fun little kid movies, nothing spectacular. I did actually really enjoy Hotel Transylvania, which is another review I do have. And that was actually a bit of a good surprise. Number 3, I really did quite find a little bit boring. I had no hopes for the 4th one, but it was actually a fun little ride. And these two, I suppose, are just easy. The film that everybody loves to hate, Batman vs Superman. Zack Snyder just knows how to get some fantastic shots. And yes, I think pretty much nearly everybody can agree that Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor was atrocious. He was trying to recreate the Joker or something. I just personally didn't like it. Our first introduction to Wonder Woman here. Gal Gadot does absolutely fantastic in this film. Henry Cavill, Superman is Superman. And Ben Affleck. Again, I was so unsure about Ben Affleck becoming Batman, but my god, I thoroughly enjoyed him in this. This is my favourite interpretation of Batman. Yes, it can be a little bit slow and there's less great things throughout this film that I would like, but I think personally there is enough great things in here. And yeah, I do really enjoy this. Joker, Steelbook. Again, as I said, I'm not a huge Marvel person. I like DC. I just like the darker tone of these films, which this film certainly is. It's actually quite depressing. Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. I had no doubt. When people get cast, sometimes you like have a bit of second thoughts, but with Joaquin Phoenix, I just knew he was going to smash this role, and that he definitely did. Dune, Steelbook. I love everything about this film. It's just such a shame that we've got to wait quite a bit for part 2, but at least we are getting it. Again, just very quick, because I do actually have, again, another review of this film, so do go and check that one out, but amazing film. In my opinion, a sci-fi masterpiece, and it is such a shame it didn't do good at all, really, at the box office. I would have loved more of this world, but huge shame. Fantastic movie though, and I'm glad to have it. Avatar on Blu-ray, can't believe it's not out on 4K, but I imagine he's going to do like a collection when all of them come out on 4K. Fantastic for its time. Incredibly visually impressive, which is basically the reason why I'm looking forward to the second one. Not for the story, just if he could do this back then when it came out, God only knows what he's pulled off for the technology today. But yeah, still a pretty fun film to go back and visit Pandora. Okay, last one here, we've got Aquaman. A nice, lovely little steel book here. Again, definitely one of my favourites. I do really like it. And on 4K, this looks absolutely crazy good. And as much as I do really love Dune, one big letdown of films today is you don't get them IMAX ratio changes. But in this one, you do, and it just looks fantastic. So everybody, that is it. There's actually deceptively quite a lot here. Maybe a couple that I could probably do with getting rid of, because I do definitely want a couple more. That would be, for instance, I really do want the Dark Knight trilogy on 4K. I don't have it yet, so that's a one I do need to pick up. In my opinion, you can't beat a bit of physical media. Yes, again, I don't want the biggest collection. It takes up a lot of space, and I've got a lot of junk as it is, really, that I could do without. But for the movies that I love and I want to pop on, I don't have to worry about rubbish internet connection destroying the viewing experience I want on physical media. Bit of a longer video than I was expecting, but thank you all for watching. Have a great